here we are on Darius Truxton's channel, the one and only, the true one and only internet troll of the world. Let's just jump into his recent video here as he insults me and keeps repeating things that I've already explained, even though I didn't have to explain them. Here he is, just, looking at my picture, obsessing over me, of course, as he obsesses over everyone. I'm going to share a quick story here as this video plays. I went and saw this guy mid-May. Actually, probably earlier than that, about early May of this year, to see how he was doing. Because he just disappeared, because, like a psychopath, he doesn't hang out with anybody. He doesn't have any friends. He lies. He has no friends. And when I got there, he came outside, to just chit-chat out front of his work. And he was beet red, he was teary-eyed, he gave me a big hug. He gave me a big hug and thanked me for coming and seeing him. He said, say hi to Matt for me, and say hi to Tom for me, yeah, man, we definitely need to get together. And then he started telling me about how he goes to the strip clubs and how he sells doobies to people there, and they need his crazy laugh that he does. He literally gave me the biggest hug of joy, because you could see how much it meant to him that somebody actually kind of looked him out and seeked him out, because he's just been going crazy inside of his apartment for the past 2 years. Now, the last time he hung out with me or anybody was I was hanging out with my friend Tom. It used to be a friend of his. Good guy. We were watching the UFC. That was Michael Bisping versus GSP. I was driving back to Tom's place, and I said, hey, Tom, we should give Keith a call, man. He's been isolating himself. He doesn't contact anybody. He doesn't talk to Matt anymore. I don't even think he talks to Campbell anymore. Tom was in a good mood. He said, fuck it, I'll drive all the way down there. No big deal. Let's go pick him up. So we picked him up. He didn't chip in for the UFC. We played a bunch of Cuphead that night. Now, I could look up the date of George St. Pierre, and I will. GSP versus Michael Bisping. GSP versus Michael Bisping. Doing my speech to text there, guys. Okay, so that took place November 4th, 2017. Now, at this point, Keith was already isolated and MIA. So we actually got him to come out that night and hang out. That was back in November 2017. Now, there was still a year's past where nobody heard or seen of him. So he put himself in isolation around September 2016. So he's basically been in isolation for 3 years. And here he is, obsessing over 8-Bit Eric again, of course, as he thinks. Okay, here's the thing. Canadian Gamer is a pathetic fucking loser. He is. I'm going to make fun of him too. Fuck him. He's a douchebag loser. Another adult without any facial hair. Sorry, Darius, Keith, Smellwood, Quiver and Queef. You and fucking Canadian Gamer, these people who are almost fucking 40 years old who have no facial hair, you look like serial killers. You really do. Scottish Gamer is obviously an alt account of Canadian Gamer, because I'm sure he has a Scottish background, so his alt account is clearly Scottish Gamer. Beef Curtains, where did Beef Curtains go? Well, that's obviously some 14-year-old kid. Listen, you don't even stand a chance when you try to argue with Prince of Fallen. You can say what you want about him and use schoolyard insults, which are pathetic. You can say that I smell like urine, which is ridiculous. No, those are pheromones. I put off pheromones that women smell and like. And I actually date women, get with women. You have no idea. You've never been in love, dude. You're a fucking joke. It's not that I have a vendetta for you. It's just that I think you're so pathetic. And Get to the Chopper said it best. You do suffer from projection. You need to seek help. You need to go see a doctor. Another friend of mine, I won't say it, but he had the most strength. He sent me a message recently saying that he is seeking help because he suffers from social situations, and he doesn't know how to conduct himself, and he's been struggling in workplace and with some of his friends. And I'm so proud of him for doing that. For him to admit that, and that's what he said, it was very hard for him to admit that. What a stand-up guy. What an awesome guy to take a look in the mirror and address some of his personal problems. To admit that maybe he needs to get a little bit of help or someone to talk to that can help him through the things he struggles with. Yeah, I'm sure you never will. You'll just keep sitting in your apartment saying that I creep out women, even though I have female friends. I only have 2 female friends. As everyone knows, it's difficult for men and women to remain friends. Now, I didn't even know you had 2 nieces, not until that recent video from the British guy. So that's interesting. Yeah, and I guess you don't see them either. But yeah, keep up your childhood insults. Call me all kinds of names. It's hilarious. It cracks me up. I did expose you. That's why people call you Quivering Queef, and it drives you crazy. Dude, you're a clown. You're an absolute clown. There's no question about it. Like I said, man, you were bragging about how you sell doobies to people at the strip club. You know what I mean? You're obviously high on blow. Let's play a game. We can play a drinking game. Go and watch any videos where Darius Truxton shows himself on camera, like his Isha Gaming marriage proposal, his most recent one where he made a video in his work. Take a shot every time he grabs his nose. This dude has the drip bad. He's a cokehead. He obviously got into blow by hanging out these strip clubs. Like I said, years ago, before he was even my friend, he had strip club problems. That's how I heard about him going to the Blue Jays game there with Destiny, paying the stripper. He is the ultimate and utter pathetic fucking loser, and he just needs to go see a doctor. He needs to go see a doctor. I love listening to him talk. It's intoxicating. I do. Don't take that too seriously there, Darius. What I love about it is it cracks me up. It cracks me up because the insanity in your voice is unreal. I'll attempt to impersonate it now. It's just real, fake, real, fucking crazy. With your hysterical fake laugh, you put on a fake laugh and you do it regularly. You've also been speaking in third person a lot lately. You've been saying we a lot. Like what? Are your subscribers you as well? Are you all one identity? Do you see you and Scottish Gamer and Canadian Gamer even though they're the same person? What happened to Thomas Jane? Yeah, Thomas Jane was one of your alt accounts. And obviously Albert Mendez, or whatever the fuck it is most likely an alt account too. This whole thing's embarrassing. This whole thing is pathetic. I attempted to make a resolving peace with you. I attempted to make a peace offering with you, and all you did is said, fuck you, faggot gay, because that's all you do. You curse homosexuals. You're just a negative, disgusting, dark entity who is void of any happiness whatsoever, and that's why everyone's making fun of you. And I'm sure there will be more accounts that will keep making fun of you. It's absolutely pathetic that you were the biggest Game Chasers fan, and now you're turning around and insulting Jay when you were just smiling ear to ear to meet him. You bought their merchandise. Does it not make you look like a moron that you literally own their DVD seasons and that you have to put on their t-shirt and now turn it into Gay Chaser? You're coming off like a bitter fan. You're a fucking loser. And you crossed the line when you brought up my personal fucking past. Much like Conor McGregor crossed the line when he insulted Khabib's father and made fun of Khabib's wife. And what did Khabib do? He fucking smashed the shit out of Conor McGregor. Now, I would love to see you say any of this to my face. I'm not threatening you. Again, I could beat you up with my arms. I could be in a straitjacket and kick your ass. It's unbelievable. And you know this to be true. You are absolutely terrified of me. And, well, you should be. You're a squirrel. You're a squirrel and you're barking at a bear. You know what I mean? If a squirrel saw a bear, it would run straight up that tree. And if you see me in person, you would run your ass straight up a tree. But you're too weak. You can't even climb a tree. So you would just run and trip and fall over your own feet. And I would just film it and laugh at you. I'd be like, oh, here's Darius Truxton. They can't even run properly because you run like a girl. You can't play any sports. Obviously, you can't fuck, dude. You're an unathletic bitch. You're an unathletic, uncoordinated bitch. So clearly you can't fuck. You can't dance, so you got no rhythm. You're a joke. You're a joke, man. You're a fucking joke.
Okay, Lawrence, you want to fucking make matters worse? Let's make matters worse. Apparently you hate it. You despise it when I make videos about you. Well, guess what, you obnoxious piece of shit? This shit's gonna get worse on you, okay? Because you want to go and rat me out to fucking YouTube like a little pansy bitch? That is the most gutless thing a man can do. And you're not a man, Lawrence Fagstein. You're a little bitch from Manhattan who needs a babysitter. Okay, people tell me you have mental issues, and that is true. You do have mental problems, and it's time for Children's Aid to come knocking on your door, because you're not fit to be around children. You are a predator. You are a disgusting human being. You think it's funny to dox people's family members and then go and strike people's YouTube channels with your obnoxiousness? Well, the bright side is nobody likes Lawrence Fagstein. Nobody follows him. Nobody talks to him. He has one person. Yeah, 40 to 50 followers, but none of those people exist. Or sorry, 1,000 followers? Wow, where are these 1,000 people? I don't see anything. I don't see any messages. I don't see anything. It's just you being a fucking weirdo and fucking talking to yourself. You have literally no replies on any of your tweets. Okay, someone told me you did a live stream the other day. You didn't get one viewer, and you were sitting there playing games, talking to yourself. What kind of delusional world do you live in? Are you a fucking schizophrenic? Lawrence Fagstein, the schizophrenic, the guy who plays games by himself and talks to himself on stream. Do you talk to your bot as well? Does night bot keep you company there, Lawrence Fagstein? You're pathetic. You're not a man. And what are you doing with this half-Asian kid? That's not your son. He's half-Asian. That's not your son. Get away from that kid. Okay? And it's not your son. You don't pay any attention to him. Okay, here you are. All right? Okay, first of all, let's look at this. You're hyping up a video that nobody is going to watch. Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares.